Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for daily tarot predictions for Thursday, October the 25th. I do appreciate you all being here, liking the video, sharing the video. And we're going to go ahead and get started with Aries right out the gate. Let's see what comes up for Aries for Thursday the 25th. Okay, Aries, what we have showing up for you guys is the Knight of Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse is somebody that you're interacting with or that is showing up in your experience on Thursday. This is somebody who is, they really believe in standing up for the things that they believe in. However, whenever you are interacting with them, what they're doing is some type of rash behavior. They think they're standing up for something they believe in, but later on they're going to regret what they're doing. They really don't have the full story before they've decided to take action. So somebody like this, you kind of want to stay as far away from this whole situation as you can so that you don't get sucked into it. They will be trying to recruit you to join them in doing whatever this rash action is. You want to make sure you stay away from that, Aries. Otherwise, you can end up, when they start having regrets and start looking for who they can point fingers at, they may start pointing their fingers at you. Okay, next up, we are looking at Taurus for Thursday, October the 25th. Let's see what comes up for Taurus. All right, so Taurus, the card that you have coming up is the King of Bows showing up in reverse. King of Bows in reverse is just telling me, Taurus, that there's somebody in your sphere of influence who has been usurping your authority, okay? And this has been a situation that's probably happened a number of times, not just once. So when we have this card show up, then what's happening, Taurus, is that on Thursday, this person is going to do that same mold, stepping into your territory, making decisions you should be making, handling things you should be handling. They're going to do that again. This is coming to a head, though, on Thursday. And what's going to happen is that you're going to put them in their place, basically. And this is going to be the last time that they try to step into your territory and usurp your authority, Taurus. Okay? So that will be settled once and for all. All right, next up, we're looking at Gemini for Thursday, October the 25th. While I'm shuffling for Gemini, let me just remind you guys that if you would like to order a 1-question or 2-question recorded reading, or if you would like to have a live reading with me, or if you would like to order a Reiki session, or addiction relief service, or house clearing, or psychic party, all you have to do is check out my website, which is in the description box below, www.amista.info. Once you're there and you've checked out my services, if I look like the right person for you, just get a hold of me. All my contact information is there. And then once you get a hold of me, we'll get you scheduled quickly. Okay, Geminis. Let's look at you guys. All right, so Gemini, what you have showing up here is the 4 of Cups. This just tells me that you're going to be feeling a little bit restless, especially in this deck. I see this as a restlessness type of card. Restless, you could be feeling like you're throwing a little bit of a pity party or feeling sorry for yourself too, along with this. But the big vibe that's coming off of this card for me, for you Geminis today, is restlessness for Thursday, that you're just going to feel like you're chomping at the bit to do something, but you don't exactly know what you want to do. All right, so up next we have Cancers. Excuse me. I think I forgot to make this video public. Otherwise, there would be some people here by now. I guess that just means I'll get through it faster than usual. All right, so Cancers for Thursday, October the 25th. The card that you guys have showing up. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is somebody that you're interacting with. This is somebody who thinks very logically. They don't pay so much attention to emotions. They're also somebody who is not afraid they spot the bullshit 10 miles away. Excuse my frankness, but they do. And they're not afraid to nip that stuff right in the bud. And I think that when you're interacting with them, I think you're going to kind of witness that. I don't necessarily think that they're stopping anything that's coming from you, but I think they're catching some baloney coming from somebody else. And they're just like, no, no. Using the sword with surgical precision to remove that baloney. Whether their version of baloney is negativity or anger, or whether it's deceptiveness or illusion that they don't tolerate, whatever it is, they're going to be taking care of business and you're going to witness it. I think also the impression that I'm getting, Cancers, is that I think that you're really on the same page with them. Like you admire what they're doing, but they're doing it in such a laser point and determined and no nonsense way that there's a little bit of breathlessness just watching the whole thing and a little bit of respect, like, ooh, I'm definitely not getting on the wrong side of that person type of thing. I do feel like you like this person and generally you actually admire this person, but yeah, you're realizing that this person is like a snake. They have their purpose. They can be really good, but you want to treat them with respect. All right, let's move on to Leos for Thursday, October the 25th. Well, Leo, your card just flew out at me. What you guys have showing up is the Empress. This is really a fantastic card, Leos. It can mean a lot of different things. All of them are pretty much good, 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 good. One of the things that it can mean, though, is that you are in a very fertile time of your life. So this can be very literal that, if you're wanting to have a baby, this would be a great time to conceive. But this can also be talking about being in a very fertile time in your life where you are bringing forth some kind of new creation, whether it's a new business, a new product, a new project, a new hobby, but you are creating something new and you are doing this. How do I want to say? You're using your more feminine energy to do this, which is more nurturing, more receptive energy. So very creative and productive, fertile time for Aries on Thursday. All right, or not Aries, Leos, excuse me. My second air signs, not the first air signs. So sorry about that. Virgos. Let's look at you guys for Thursday, October the 25th. La da 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 da. All right, Virgos, let's take a peek at your card. Okay, what we have coming up here is the Two of Arrows showing up in reverse, Virgos. Two of Arrows in reverse just tells me that there is some type of decision that you're trying to make on Thursday. What I'm kind of feeling, Virgos, is that you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to make this decision, but nobody else is really like, bam, 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 give me an answer, at your door. Nobody's knocking at your door saying, give me an answer right now. I got to know. I think you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to make whatever this decision is, Virgo, and it's causing you some confusion because you really don't know which way to go, and then you're just piling on the stress because you don't know which way you want to land for this decision. Advice here, when this card comes in reverse like that, is, take it easy on yourself. If this decision really doesn't have to be made today, there's no reason to push yourself, let things ride, see how things develop, because the answer will come to you about which way you want to go if you give it the time to do so. Okay, so that's Virgo. Up next, we have Libras. All the Libras are recently a year older, but we're out of Libra sun time now. Libra for October 25th. Libra. Okay, so Libras. What you have showing up here is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse is simply telling me that there is something that you're working on alone. For a lot of you, this is something that you were planning on collaborating with somebody else on, and for whatever reason, they're not able to do their part of it, and so you are doing this alone. I really don't, for the most part, for most of you, I don't get a sensation of, oh my gosh, now I've got to do all of this. It's almost like a freeing thing, like, oh, I don't have to work with them. I can do this my way now. And then for others of you, I'm really getting the sense off of this card that it's not that you were going to collaborate with somebody on something to work together. There's some kind of project that you're working on Thursday that you chose to work on alone. You did have the choice. You could have collaborated, but you chose that you would rather not. Okay? So that's for Libras. Next is for me and my Scorpio folks. Happy birthday, Scorpios, Scorpios, Scorpios. All of you probably know, now that we're in Scorpio sun time, you can get a live reading with me at a 25% discount. That is my way of saying happy birthday to you. All right, so let's see what kind of card a Scorpio's got for the 25th of October. What do we have? La, da, 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 da. Okay, what I'm seeing here is Seven of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Seven of Pentacles is just telling me that what I'm hearing about is seed time and harvest. Okay, so for some people, when they look at the Seven of Pentacles right side up, they see that as time to wait, that the harvest isn't really ready to come in yet. I don't so much see it as that. When it's upright, I see it as it's payday. It's time to pull in that harvest. It's time to get the rewards. When it comes in reverse, for me, is when it's time to wait. For me, this card means when it's in reverse, it means that the harvest isn't here yet. It's not time to expect a payday on whatever it is that we've invested in. It's actually, and what I'm hearing today when I'm looking at this card for us Scorpios, what I'm hearing is that it's time to plant some seeds. Seeds are, we're planting seeds, or we've just planted seeds, and seeds are in the ground, and it's time to allow those seeds to grow. So we want to nurture those seeds that we've got in the ground. We want to do what we can to help them along. Make sure the birds don't come along and eat them, that type of thing. But it's definitely not payday time. It's not time for the harvest. So there's something that we have just planted the seeds for in the universe to get going. So, this can be something like if you're thinking about starting a new business, this can be starting to do the research that you need to do, your due diligence before you actually do that. This can be just starting to get to know people. It's not time to expect the benefits of a full relationship when you're just starting to get to know somebody. It can be something like that. So just putting in the seeds into something. I'm sure if you think about it, all of my fellow Scorpios will figure out where they're planting seeds on Thursday. Okay, next up, we're looking at Sagittarius for Thursday, October the 25th. You guys are feeling a little bit tense to me on Thursday. You're feeling a little uptight. Got a lot of stuff on your mind and you're having a hard time focusing. Here we go. All right, something fell out, and it fell out in a way that's like more forceful than a card would normally fall out of the deck. So this is telling me, who are we looking at? Sagittarius. Okay, so what you've got going on is you have a lot going on, actually. You're spinning a lot of plates. That's what I pick up from the way I was shuffling and the way I was being led to shuffle for a while for you guys. Now, the thing is that you're trying to accomplish a lot of things, Sagittarius, on Thursday, but the Hanged Man is what actually, flung itself out of the deck. literally flung itself out of the deck. So this is telling me that the whole scenario here is telling me that you're having a hard time being grounded. You're really scattered, Sagittarius. And that on Thursday, I think you're going to be forced into a situation, the way this card was flung out, I think you're going to be forced into a situation where you have to stop and slow down and meditate. There's going to be something comes up where you can't get things accomplished. Maybe you're going to be sitting in a doctor's office with a loved one and just, you can't do work. And you don't want to make personal phone calls where everybody in the waiting room can hear you, type of thing. And so you're forced to be in this quiet space where you can sort of meditate or at least think deeply about some things that are going on in your life. So I think you're going to have a lot of scattered energy. You're going to be going this way and that. And I think you're going to be forced to slow down at some point during the day, Sagittarius, on Thursday. Capricorns are up next. Capricorn for Thursday, October the 25th. Alrighty, Capricorns. You got a tough card to deal with here, actually. What you've got is the Seven of Vessels. And the Seven of Vessels is my card that talks about grief, or it talks about great sadness. And I've had this card come up literally for people who are grieving before. And so a lot of you Capricorns could literally be grieving. Now, when I say that you could be grieving, it does not necessarily mean that this is a fresh loss, that somebody just passed away. This could be that you're grieving about something old. For some of you, this could be the anniversary of somebody's passing or the anniversary of their birthday of somebody who's passed. But there is grief showing up here. Now, this won't be about a person who has passed for some of you. For others of you, this is going to be about sadness about losing a relationship or sadness about losing a job, something like that. But when we're looking at grief or mourning, this is a great sadness, but it's not is important. It's not the Tower card, okay? So this is not talking about some kind of great upheaval that happens on Thursday. What it talks about is great sadness for something that has happened already, okay? Some of you could be going to funerals. You would already know that by now if you were. So please don't listen to this and just freak out, because for those of you that applies that you'll be going to a funeral, you would know. I'm only doing this the day before. You would already have that plan in place. You would know about that. Okay? So this is some kind of grief or great sadness that's showing up for you on Thursday, Capricorn. All right, next let's look at Aquarius. All right, Aquarius for Thursday, October the 25th. Wow. Talk about polar opposite. This is the opposite of the last card that we looked at. Okay, so Aquarius, what we have coming up for you is the Sun. Now, the Sun just tells me that on Thursday, you're going to be doing things exactly the way that you want to be doing them, without anybody looking over your shoulder or telling you how things should be done. You're going to be feeling very satisfied with the things that you're doing. Okay? And then next, we're going to look at Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces for Thursday, October the 25th. Let's see what comes up for you guys. We've got all kinds of messages today. They're all over the board. Okay, so Pisces, what you have showing up here is a King of Swords in reverse. King of Swords in reverse can mean that you are dealing with somebody who is grumpy or moody, maybe making unrealistic demands, not acting in a logical way. That's somebody that you're interacting with on Thursday, Pisces. All right. So that covers everybody. Thank you. Those of you who are watching this video for those thumbs ups. Everybody who shares this video, thank you very much. It's because of you guys that I'm able to do this as my income. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, of course, thank you to those who have booked private readings and Reiki sessions and any of the other services that I offer. Everyone have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling day. Peace out.